Hello friends, we are doing one more session today on Signet SRSP requirement for diamonds, or you can say the diamond provenance claim requirement as per RJC. And we are going to talk detail about what is the specific Signet requirement for SRSP compliances, or what would be a diamond provenance claim requirements, whether it with respect to OFAC compliances, whether it is with respect to real natural diamond compliances. So just to want to give you a little background, what is Signet SRSP and why they have started. So in US, there are a lot of provenance claim requirements. There are a lot of declarations what customer is asking to the retail chain, and being Signet is one of the leading retail chain supplier in US. They would club the various customer requirements into a Signet responsible sourcing protocols, and they have come up with the requirement of Signet SRSP compliances with respect to diamond, gold, silver, platinum and palladium metal. We are going to talk about diamond today. So as far as Signet is concerned, Signet wants that whatever diamond jewelry you are selling to a Signet as a real natural diamond has to undergo a thorough internal assessment, screening and verification with a detailed policy procedure to make sure that lab grown diamond, CVDs or STHP, any of those goods does not get mixed with the Signet responsible sourcing does not get mixed with the real natural origin diamond supplies what you give it to Signet, and for that you are giving that assurance to the Signet in terms of the jewelry supplied here is in compliance with Signet responsible sourcing protocol. Now what a company has to do for any kind of a provenance claim, apart from like Signet SRSP provenance claim, you can have a provenance claim of your own that we are supplying real natural diamond. Now whenever you go for a provenance claim, there are three kinds of provenance claim. One is practice, second is source, and third is origin. So as a jewelry manufacturing company, I can always go for a practice. I cannot go for origin because I use a lot of melee and stars, which is very small diamonds, and where back-to-back diamond traceabilities are not available. Origin is not clear about. Source also, we don't know the source or source from where it has been sourced, which country it has been sourced. So again, source we cannot go. We can go for practices. What practices we can adopt to ensure that the real natural diamond supply chain is not getting mixed with any lab grown or CVDs or STHPs knowingly, unknowingly. So what you have to do as a company, you have to make a list of all your diamond suppliers. You have to take an undertaking from the suppliers that they have the relevant CVD control procedures, melee assurance control procedures to make sure their real diamond business is not getting, real diamond products are not getting mixed with the CVD, STHP products, and they have a segregated lines if they have multiple product lines, and they ensure throughout the supply chain that it is not getting mixed. That kind of a declaration we take it on an annual basis. Over and above, all suppliers to declare on their invoices that the diamonds supplied by them are real, natural and untreated as per WFDB guideline. And as per WFDB guideline, you also have to, on receipt on a sample basis or on a taste case basis or 100% based on the risk what you partake from the competitors or from the suppliers, you have to do a screening of diamonds to ensure CVD free. Multiple range of machines can be used based on the specific customer requirements or the industry where the customer base where they prefer one specific machine. That testing is required. The testing records has to be maintained as a part of quality records, which can be always auditable, so that you can trace back that whenever there is any complaint or any customer grievances, you can always go back and show the records of while receiving the diamonds, how do you done the testing, while shipping the goods, what does you do to do a testing and all that. So all that records is mandatory to keep, and while setting, polishing and doing the rest of the activity in the factory where multiple heads are getting changed, you have to have a product safety control mechanism wherein you have a CCTV cameras, segregated production lines for synthetic diamonds, CVD diamonds, or for real natural diamonds segregated. Stocks are kept separately, separate safes are being maintained, CCTV is there to avoid any switch over, that there is a stock control mechanism, there is a worker due diligence process which ensures diamonds are not getting mixed knowingly and unknowingly, and thorough audits, verification procedures, everything you have to establish in your organization. And based on that, once the systems are established, you have to write this policy procedure in detail, make sure it is complied appropriately, and then you have to give a declaration on the invoices, again which is approved by your management, that whether the diamonds are real natural diamond, not origin from so and so, or diamonds are real natural diamond in compliance with WABB guidelines. Whatever declaration you want to give, or you want to give a declaration to Signet that diamond here in compliance with the Signet SRSP protocol. So declaration you have to give. This audit has to be done by RJC during your Baltin audits or during your recertification audits. It has to be validated. Signet annual compliances report has to be submitted. Your internal auditors, the compliance officer has to do the internal audits on a regular basis. So there are various requirements which you will be doing it over a period. This video is just to give you a refresher training on entire requirements. If you have any further questions, queries, or you need any detailed understanding on implementation guidelines, we are always approachable. Our contact details are mentioned below. You can contact us through an email, phone, or whatever means of communication you are comfortable with. Thank you. Thank you.